was the last time you cleaned your brushes? Oh my gosh, has it been that long? Not only is it important that you use the proper brush to use with the product that you're about to use, but it's equally important that you use a clean brush to ensure a smoother application. Now you're ready to set your makeup with powder, and there are a few powder formulations that you can use. Translucent powders are light in texture and sheer in color. It's great for setting your makeup, especially under your eyes. Pressed powders will provide medium coverage. Powder foundations will provide full coverage. Use a big, round, fluffy brush to set your foundation with. With all of your powder products, swipe your brush back and forth, around and round, and tap off any excess so that you don't apply too much product. This technique, by the way, is not brand specific. Makeup artists have been using this technique for years. If your foundation is a little lighter than you expected, you can always color correct it with a powder. A bronzer is a good choice to use. If you want a more concentrated powder application, then use a powder puff and then brush off the excess. That's what I do when I want ample coverage without wearing foundation. Your blush should be placed primarily on the apples of your cheeks. Take your medium full brush like this one and swipe it onto your product and tap off the excess. Now to find the apples of your cheeks, what you want to do is smile, and then you're going to brush down and away from your face, just like this. The reason why I like to do it this way is if you are constantly just going forward and you have too much product on your brush, the product is going to go on the bridge of your nose, so you don't want that. You just want the product to fall down and away from your face. And your focal points are your blush should not go beyond the outer corner of your lips, and it should stop right at the top of your ear. And it really shouldn't go beyond the center of your eyes. So just like that. And then when you do that, you just want to take just a little bit of your powder and just kind of set it. That way it'll look like the color is coming from up underneath your skin as opposed to sitting on top of it. If you have dry skin, or again if you're going through cancer treatment, you can also use a cream blush, or what I like to use is a sheer powder with illuminating properties in it that will make your cheeks glow and look more hydrated. If you feel that your cheeks are too round, don't forgo putting blush on because it helps you look more fresh and vibrant. Instead, have your blush begin right outside your iris, or if you have the opposite concern and you feel that your face is a little long, then extend your blush a little bit past the center of your eye to give the illusion of having a more oval-shaped face. If the eyes are the window to the soul and the eyebrows are the frame, then everything in between is what? Window dressing! And Megan is here to help me demonstrate the window dressing we've all been waiting for, eye makeup. Now I've already applied her face makeup and I did a little bit of shading on her temples and near her hairline to give the illusion that her forehead is not too high, a technique I use on myself every single morning. Now Megan used to wax her eyebrows many years ago. So I'm going to correct the shape of her eyebrow with an eyebrow pencil. Now remember, pencil adheres to the skin better than shadow does. So take a pencil that closely matches your hair color, do little hair-like strokes, and if necessary, actually this part here, someone will be trimming your eyebrow hair for you. You should not be doing this. But I'm going to give her a better shape. It's very important that you use a brush like this when you're using your pencil just to kind of blend it all together so it looks natural, just like hair. See how that looks completely different from her right eyebrow? This technique is also good to use if you have alopecia or if you're going through cancer treatment and you have to recreate an entirely new eyebrow. Another trick is to use a stencil like this one, completely fill it in with pencil or powder, and if you have to, adjust the lines with a Q-tip and then create hair-like strokes with a pencil or angled brush. Now, let's set the stage for eye color with an eyeshadow primer. With very little primer on your ring finger, you want to start at the inner corner of the eye and you want to blend out. And you want to make sure you don't have too much primer on, because if you do, it's just going to flake right off of your face. And before you apply your eyeshadow, you want to make sure that your primer is dry. Some of you are setting the stage for your shadow to slip right off your face by using your concealer as an eyeshadow primer. Please don't do this anymore, especially if you have oily eyelids. You want your primer to be somewhat dense and to dry down quickly, something you would never want in your concealer. It's important to use primer if your eyelids have discoloration and it's seeping through your eyeshadow, causing your white or flesh colors to look pink or your pastel colors to look grayish in tone. It's also good to use if you don't want to wear eyeshadow, but you want to minimize the discoloration on your eyelids.